Hi everyone, I'm Jeanette with Returning Home Yoga, and today we're going to be exploring a position. I won't actually call it a yoga pose until we get to the blocks. Using the roller, or if you have yoga blocks, either thinner ones or thicker ones that are more solid, not the soft foamy ones, I will show you how to utilize them to open up the chest, the shoulders, using the same movements we're going to use on the roller. So when you set up your roller, it actually doesn't have to be on a yoga mat. I just have mine here, so when I demo with the blocks won't slide on the floor. And of course, when you set up the roller, you want it to be in a straight position. Coming to one end, position the body so that you're quite close to the edge of the roller. And when you lower down, tuck your chin in, engage your core, use your hands to help lower, and if you need to have a hand under the head to support it, please make sure you place it there. Once you've lowered onto the roller, please ensure that your spine feels very, very straight. And your arms come to rest alongside you. Now there is a length through the back of the neck, so you do want to have your chin facing more down towards the chest, then up towards the sky. And if you're new to these movements, you might actually want to watch first and then do. We start the arm movements with snow angel. So again, the arms are alongside you. The palms turn to face upwards. On an inhale, take the arms out and up, over or behind the head, seeing if your fingers can stay lightly touching the ground. Inhale. Now, if your arms need to lift up off the ground or they pause in a certain position, make sure that's where you stop. As you exhale, feel the arms, hands skimming along the ground as they come back beside you. And again, inhale. Exhale. See if you can have the arms moving in conjunction with the length of your breath. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. As the arms rest alongside the roller, pausing here. This time, your palms will face towards the body, towards the roller. As you inhale, arms move up and over the head. They pause wherever the shoulder joints allow them to. One of my right arm is slightly lifted off the ground because that's where my shoulder joint currently allows it to be. As you exhale, arms return. And again, inhale. Exhale. Now, as you continue with this movement, see if you can keep the back of your rib cage connected to the roller. When the arms go up and over the head, there's going to be a tendency for the back to arch, something like this, so that there's all this space between the roller and the body. The invitation is to keep the spine, keep the back connected, both on the inhale and on the exhale. Let's do one more together. Inhale. Exhale. Pausing here, allowing the body to integrate the movement that it has experienced. You may have noticed that through each round, if you had arms lifted off the floor, that they might have come closer and closer to it. From here, your palms now turn to face the ground. The arms are still alongside you. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, back beside you. Inhale, keep the spine connected to the roller. Inhale. Exhale. One more, please. Once again, pausing to integrate the movement. Just letting your arms move into a position where they can rest and integrate. This time, your fingertips come to the back of the head, close to where the head connects to the roller. Your arms start open. Of course, the elbows are bent here. And already I can feel that my back wants to arch up off the roller a little. So I'm going to engage my low belly muscles, my core muscles, just slightly to help maintain that connection of spine to roller. From here, your inhale brings your arms towards each other. They may or may not touch. Please don't force them to touch. As you exhale, they open. And as they open, just allow the arms to feel level with the shoulders, maybe slightly lower. Inhale. Exhale. Paying attention that the arms don't flop towards the ground here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pausing here. Slowly bring your arms towards each other and then lower the arms to the ground. They rest wherever feels comfortable. This time, arms come back close to the roller. Inhale them straight up. As you exhale, the palms connect. Inhale. Exhale, open the arms out to the sides. Inhale, arms come up, palms reconnect. Exhale, open, out to the sides. Maybe see if you can get finger and thumbnails to connect here. Inhale. Exhale. And you may be noticing that your head is creating that tilted position. If that's the case, just gently lift it a little, re-lengthen so the chin is back towards the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Allow your arms to relax here. The invitation is to have the fingers spread, finger and thumbnails lightly touching the ground. Or if that's a little bit too much sensation created, allow your hands, fingers, thumbs simply to relax fully. Come to your breath here, several rounds. And you might like to explore after 2-3 rounds of breath, just shifting your arms slightly. Maybe they move closer towards the, further out to the sides and up. Or maybe they lower closer towards the legs. But the hands and a portion of the arms are still connected to the ground in some way, shape, or form. And return attention to the breath. Another position you might like to explore while your arms are out to the sides and resting on the ground is to very slowly and mindfully turn your head one direction. Let the head rest. Return attention to the breath. And you may discover that you're targeting different muscles. When you're ready from here, an inhale slowly turns the head back to center. The exhale, pause here, noticing how the body responds. The inner sensations that surface. When you're ready for the other side, an inhale to create a subtle length through the center of the spine. And as you exhale, head turns opposite. Once again, returning attention to the breath. Remembering that you can always come out before it's cued if sensation becomes too intense. On your next inhale, very slowly, bring the head back to center. As you exhale, resting, integrating. From here, very, very slowly, begin to walk your arms, hands back beside the body. From here, I like to play a little bit with some core strengthening before coming off the roller. So your arms alongside you, ground through your right foot, or one foot, really doesn't matter which one. Feel the low belly hugging into the spine. And on an inhale, see if you can lift your left foot off the ground just a little or maybe a lot. Pay attention to how your body responds in order to lift the foot a little or a lot. On an exhale, slowly lower it. I personally can feel my whole core engaging in order to create the balance for the foot to come off the ground. Once you're ready, lowering that leg, if you haven't already, of course. Anchor through that foot, and on the inhale, begin to lift the other. Noticing how the arms shift, and I'm noticing that my back body is really moving on the roller. The roller itself is shifting a little. Quite conscious of that. And on an exhale, slowly lower when you're ready. Now you may wish to continue with that for a few more rounds. I'm actually going to be shifting off the roller and preparing to show you how you can do a very similar shoulder opening, chest opening position with the blocks. For me, when I come off the roller, I either simply just roll off of it carefully, or I tuck the chin, I engage the core, and I begin to roll my spine up off it. And once I come upright, I simply pause, allowing my body to align to this now seated position. So if you're using blocks for the shoulder opening, as I mentioned earlier, you can either use the thinner ones or you can use the higher ones. So I guess these would actually be called shorter, and these would be higher. Doesn't really matter which ones you use, both work effectively. Now there's two ways you can set this up. The first way is to have one block on its tallest edge and the other block on its medium height. And when you position them, you want to make sure that the one on its medium height is kind of in the center of the tallest one. Now this will create quite an intense position. So if you go and start to lay down on these and you're like, whoa, that's just way too much, then the option is to place this block on its flat edge and this block on its medium height. I know that my body is okay with having the taller, so that's what I'm going to work with to demo. Now, if you have neck issues, if you have shoulder issues, even when we were using the roller, really, really pay attention to how your body is responding. If it's just not working for today, then leave it. Come back to it another day. But if you find that one movement is really not working, but another is, then feel free to pause and leave the one that's bothering you out and just come to the next one. Essentially, we're going to be doing the exact same movements that we did on the roller. So, yeah, just to let you know that. Now, when you lower onto these blocks, I'm actually going to shift mine a little, just so I have space for my arms for demoing, so they don't hit anything. Now, when you lower your spine, This edge of the block actually wants to be relatively close to your neck in a very comfortable way. Really, really important that you take the time to set this up for comfort. And it might take a little bit of fiddling to get the right spot. So bear with me as I find my perfect spot. So when you lower again, your chin can tuck. Use your arms to help support you and adjusting as you go. Now I always like to support my head because as you can see, my head is quite far from where it should be to rest on the block. So I find that, and I know that this block, the other one, is definitely not supporting my body correctly. And if I take one hand, I'll discover that it's quite far down. So I'm going to use my elbows to lift my spine, my back, and I'm going to shift the block closer to the other one and then lower back down onto it. And then I might need to adjust the taller one. Now when I place my hand to find the block now, it's like, it's in a position quite close to the base of my neck. It's not on my neck. Really be important that you're not resting your neck on it, but your upper back is supported. Now you might keep your knees bent, or you might find it more comfortable for your legs to straighten. Now as I mentioned, we create the same movements that we did with the roller. So we start with snow angel. Palms are up. Use your breath. Inhale. Arms are sweeping out and up over your head. And my arms come right off the ground using the blocks. On the exhale, the arms go back out. My fingers connect back to the floor as they return. Inhale. Exhale. Now I do have a shoulder issue, so I'm paying extra careful attention when I'm on the blocks as to how my body's responding. I know with the roller, my body responds usually very, very well, but with the blocks, I always use a little extra caution. Let's inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We pause the movement. We allow the body to integrate. The experience it just had. This time the palms are down. The inhale takes the arms straight up towards the sky and over the head to a degree that is appropriate for body. So again, please pay attention. Inhale. Exhale. When you find your position, the pause and the exhale to lower. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And we pause. Now the body does move, so you might discover you need to adjust exactly how your head is positioned. I'll always take the time to do that at any time while you're practicing. The palms face into the body, into the legs. Inhale, arms straight up and over the head. Exhale, lowering. Tune in to how your body's responding. If they can only do one, then that's all you do. And maybe when you do these, the inhale is just taking your arms here, or maybe a little further. The exhale, returning. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And you might be discovering that your body, your arms are going further and further. They might not be, but they might be. I didn't cue that last one, so if you're waiting for the cue, inhale, your arms up and over the head. Pause. Exhale, lowering. We integrate. And this time, we take the fingers to the side of the head, somewhere around the ears. And the fingers are actually kind of tented when they go here. You're not pressing your hands into the ears. The arms open outward. Pay attention to what feels appropriate. On your inhale, the arms come towards each other. Inhale. Exhale, open. And again, find the position that you open to with ease. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I've lost count, so we'll do one more. Inhale. Exhale. Let's pause here for one breath. Okay. As you inhale, bring the arms towards each other. As you exhale, lower them beside you. Inhale, the arms straight up to sky. As you exhale, palms, fingers connect. Inhale. Exhale, open out to the sides. Inhale, arms together. Exhale, open. Inhale. Gentle touching of finger pads. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And this time, let's allow the arms to relax into a shape that is appropriate for the chest, for the shoulder joints, for the whole shoulder girdle actually. And we'll hold for several breaths, breathing at your own rhythm. And again, you might very mindfully explore taking the arms into a different position. And what I mean by that is they might slide along the ground closer towards the mat. one direction or the other. Now, at any time that you feel excessive pulling, that is your body asking you to release the pose. So I'm going to release it now just because I do feel something in my shoulder. If you don't, feel free to stay longer. For the release, I'd like you to inhale, bend your elbows and bring your hands to the shoulders. And as you exhale, then bring your upper arms, lower arms close to body, and then lower to the ground. From here, when you're ready, we'll slowly come off your blocks. And we do that by bending the knees if the legs were straight. You're going to use your arm to roll to the side. You might support your head as you literally roll off your blocks or just remove them off to the side. And you find the spine moving into a straight position along with the neck and the head. And you might rest and integrate that series with your knees bent, like so. Or you might straighten the legs, maybe rolling them in and out. Your arms could come away from the body a distance that feels appropriate. Now, if your body is asking for a different shape, a couple of options would be to rebend the knees, let them touch, and your feet widen towards edges of mat. Or your body might like your foot soles to touch and your legs to open outward into the bound angle butterfly type shape. And that might mean when you explore these different positions that your upper body shifts and moves to position itself comfortably to accommodate the new shape the legs came into. And we'll take 3 cleansing breaths here. Resting attention right into the heart center, the middle of the chest. Take a deep inhale. And a big sigh. Again, deep inhale. Big sigh. And one more. Deep inhale. Allowing the body to integrate the release that it just had through those breaths. The body literally letting go of what no longer serves it. From here, we'll shift into Shavasana. So you might use your hands on an in-breath to bring the legs together if they're in the bound angle shape. And on an exhale, we pause. And eventually the legs straighten. If you feel you need something for under your knees, please place a rolled blanket, a bolster, even the blocks work quite nicely under the knee, thigh region. If you feel cold, putting a fleece on, covering up with a blanket. Just arranging the shoulder blades so They're slightly in towards the spine, and eventually they gently descend towards the ground. The arms find their way a distance away from the body where the palms could be upwards. Fingers curling in, and the first fingers and thumb pads lightly touching in the Yana Mudra. It's an invitation for the energy flow in the body to become even. Also an invitation for human and divine consciousness to merge. Resting attention down into the belly. Please take 3 long, slow inhalations. Seeing if the belly can fill like a small balloon. The exhalations becoming longer and longer than the inhalations. All at your own speed. As those breaths complete, run the tongue along teeth and gums. Allowing the mouth, the jaw, the tongue, the root of the tongue to grow soft. The cheeks to grow slack. Areas around the eyes to soften. The eyes themselves to sink into their home. Space being created between the eyebrows. Smoothing out frown lines upon the forehead. The skull, your hair, every strand of hair growing relaxed. Your ears, outer ears, letting go of any tension. The inner ear canals gently widening as they soften. Shoulders, arms, hands, fingers and thumbs, wrist joints, elbow joints, shoulder joints, the whole shoulder girdle, releasing more fully into the support that is there for them. The floor, the earth. Feel the torso, the back of the torso, the front of the torso. Relaxing further and further. The pelvis, hip joints, buttocks, all growing soft and relaxed, even heavy, as those tiny inner holdings begin to let go. Upper thighs, knees, calves, shins, ankles, feet and toes, relaxed. And rest attention back into the center of the chest and into the Anahata chakra, the energy center residing in the middle of the chest. Take a breath into this space, filling, expanding, and on the exhale, feel the back of the heart growing soft. And let's take another breath into the heart center. As the exhale surfaces, feel more softness arriving into the back of the heart space. One more like that, inhaling to the heart. And as you exhale, feel the back of the heart, mid and front of the heart space, softening, letting go. Rest into the heart. Sinking into the heart depths. You may wish to stay here longer. If you do, please simply ignore what is said. When you're ready, deepen breath. Bring movement to ankles, wrists, toes, thumbs, fingers, and perhaps a full body stretch is needed. Maybe a big sigh needs to escape. Eventually, knees bend. Draw them into the chest, wrapping arms around legs. And maybe just pausing here as you feel more and more of your body, your back of your head just landing more fully. As you luxuriate in the continuing non-doing for a few more moments. From here, maybe a little bit of movement, maybe simply one arm coming over your head and the body rolling to that side. The exhale with helping hands. Please guide body to seated. Settling into the seat. Taking the time to notice there's a sense of more space somewhere within you. Maybe the shoulder girdle, the hips, maybe everywhere in the body has a sense of new space. On an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Gentle sigh as the hands land at the heart. We close practice today with a single Om and 3 Shantis. Word Shanti meaning peace. If you're comfortable to join in, please do so. Inhale to Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. I thank you for joining me for your practice today. If you're enjoying the videos, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on notifications so you're alerted when new videos are uploaded. And I wish you an amazing, amazing rest of your day or evening. Thanks again for being here. Namaste.